Welcome guys again to the channel. I guess you might have just seen the prism shard pull video. And so today we're just going to go straight into the ion twins in stage 15. This is the new team with a double reset strategy that I just discovered. Not a lot of team power. We have Renegade, Kaimar, Geo for the HP burns. It's just a lot of synergy all around. So they're just going to keep refreshing. Okay, and so Gnut is going to go like twice in the battle. For each battle, he's going to go at least twice. If like at least twice, and I think around 3 times. You should be able to do 3 times. I think at least 3 times would be the actual figure. So someone said, thanks for this. I can do Ion Twins 15 now. I don't have Geo, but Gnut makes it doable for me. So I'm going to try this strategy first of all. Thank you, No Brainer, for the comment. That meant so much. And so this is actually for you. I'm going to try the strategy that does not include a Geo, but includes a Gnut just for you, No Brainer. This is directly for you. Thank you for the comment, and it's glad to know that I can actually help. So there you see him again, dropping 3 hits, and each hit tends to do a little bit less damage than the first. And so we're going to look into this as well. I hope you have Helicat No Brainer. Otherwise, any block damage champion would do. Or any unkillable champion would do. There he goes again. He hits 3 times. And each time he hits, if you noticed, that's 5k, 2k, and 1k. So it's like he hits. Yeah, so this is what happens. This is the boss passive. Okay, so whenever the HP drops between 85, 70, 55, and so on, it removes all debuffs and so on. Okay, then instantly attacks all enemies. Feels the turn meter, will not feel the turn meter if it's under decreased speed. Okay, but this is what is happening here. The Iron Twins receive 50% less damage from each subsequent hit from multiple hit skills. 50% less damage from each hit. So if you hit 1 mil, 5k is going to be 2.7, and then it's going to be half of that afterwards. So that is why if you hit him, it's like your hits are not stable. They are not you see that 7 and then 4. So each hit will be doing like 50% less. So if you hit him 3 times, each hit is going to be like it's going to be drop 50%, and it's going to drop 50% again. That's just how it is. Literally just how it is. So the last hit is going to be like 25% of the first hit. That's just how it is. And so like for Gnut hitting like 400k, the last hit is going to be 400k, 200k. So the last hit is just like 25%, which is like 100k. Okay, 25% of that, yeah. So that's how it. That's why he does what he does. It's because of the passive of the boss. It's not like Gnut alone. Of course, it's for everyone, anyone. So they've been able to do this in 2 minutes and 44, which is not bad, but it could be better. And I'm going to show you the better version, and I hope that you could actually pull. I hope that you could actually pull like a Geo. Like a ninja. You can't pull ninja, but I mean champions like Geo would work very well. Champions that actually activate HP burns would be perfect. Or you could just use a Crizia if you do have a Crizia. It is important to keep Mithrala as lead because of the accuracy. So let's see if that is a correct geo. Yeah, that is a correct geo. You see the accuracy is like 490 and the speed is like 261. Any speed above 253 is okay. 251 is okay. And then there's a Gnut. So this is my team actually. This is the team I'm going to be using. It needs, that's going to be the first choice. And that is going to be the first choice as well. Renegade doesn't have to use that skill first. That is because Kaimar is going to use that skill first. Kaimar has to reset before Renegade. And if you saw the speed, Renegade is literally very slow. The same Renegade from the Horseman, the same Renegade from the Phantom Shogun's Grove. And so with the Hex, it's not really going to do anything. The Hex is literally not doing anything, but Mithrala has Smite. Okay, as you could see right there, Mithrala has a Smite debuff, which actually delivers like a chunk of damage on the boss. And so each time she hits, she has a chance of delivering the Smite. Okay, especially the boss likes cleansing, right? The boss simply likes cleansing and cleansing and cleansing. And so with Mithrala being at 5-star, she has a lot of chances of delivering that Smite debuff, which just takes off a chunk of this boss damage. Because if you don't kill him quickly enough, he's literally going to come back and destroy your team. As you can see, we have counters on everyone apart from Mithrala, who is able to actually resist those counters. You can't build everyone with high resist, and Mithrala is like one of a kind, you know. That is 47 seconds. That is actually fantastic. So that is my record so far. If you have anyone to cleanse, and it might not be Mithrala, but if you put that person in like a shield set, Renegade is in a bolster set. So if you like put both of them on the bolster sets, you know, they actually help out each other. Okay, they're going to increase that shield and then make them survivable. But you just need someone who is able to cleanse on round 2 and probably put up some shield. So yeah, and so that is the end of that one. So sometimes if Jill does not put up the burn, those matches could go for way longer. As you can see, this is actually a negative affinity for Jill. And so he has actually landed the HP burn this time. He didn't land it before, and this is right at the end. We are there again at the 1 minute mark. It's a neutral affinity for Gnut, but Geo is struggling to land because it's a negative affinity for him. And so these are the things that you'll have to consider when fighting all these bosses because of things like the affinity. So I noticed that Geo, maybe I'll leave this as opener, but this should not be the first choice. This is going to be the first choice, and then this is going to be the second choice. And that is because I found out that when Gnut does his damage, the boss tends to cleanse off at certain levels. And so if we immediately put the burn on the boss, he's going to cleanse it. It's good for us to put it initially. Yeah, the burn has not landed. And so the chunk of damage from the burn, we're not going to get it. Again, we missed that burn. Have you noticed that? There is just a weaken for Gnut to hit on, but there is no burn, and so this one might take a little bit longer. Now we have both burns. Now we have both burns in. But it's already late. It's like we're already at the 1 minute mark where the game should have actually ended. So we're just halfway through. So this might actually get to the 2 minute mark. So these are things that you have to watch out for with a negative affinity. Before Gnut came out, I was just using Geo. And I didn't care. I just put it on full auto and then they're just going to do their thing. I wasn't really caring. But with Geo coming out, I just thought about it. I was like, I could actually improve the time, you know, and just make it a little bit quicker. And so the good thing about this is that no matter what happens, Mithrala always solos the boss. She always gets the boss killed because of Smite debuff. See that? She landed, no matter what happens, he's just going to die. So he killed some people, but he died because of that Smite debuff. And so we ended up, look at the discrepancy, almost 1 minute, okay, difference. And that's because Geo could not land HP burns because it's a negative affinity. So pairing him with Gnut is actually a very, very good deal. So now he landed it. I mean, come on, it's RNG. There's nothing you can do with RNG. It's so random. There's literally nothing you can do about it. But I think pairing him with Gnut makes up for that negative affinity. It really makes up for that negative affinity. And so if you had someone like a Cardiel is okay, but Cardiel is not going to bring up a shield. Like you could put Cardiel in the shield set, in the bolster set, okay? To pair up with Renegade, because she's also in the bolster set. So however you want to do it, it's okay. But the thing is, there's healing is good, but shields I think are a lot better, especially for this boss. And so if you bring someone that brings up a shield, Mariska, any other champion, there's Raka, there's a lot of them that have shields. As long as they have the cleanse. I think he actually brings some decrease. I don't know what debuffs the boss brings, but I think there's actually some other debuffs apart from this counter. Yeah, so those debuffs. You see that drop defense, drop attack. So depending on the champions you're using, you need that cleanse, and so that whatever the boss is dropping on you does not affect your damage. So you need a cleanser. You might need someone to be in the shield set or in the bolster set, most preferably, and someone that can, you know, actually probably bring up a shield. So that was 43 seconds. That was very good. Geo did a lot better. And that is literally how you are going to counter negative affinity. You need like 2 damage dealers. I was using one before, using a Krisk. I'm using Lady Kimmy for speed boost and so on. It worked. It works. That's what I've been using all this while until Gnut came along. That was what I was using in the first video as well. And so this video just mainly for those that might not know about the alternative. If you have a double reset, if you have 2 reset champions, you could use them both. You could use 2 renegades. It doesn't have to be a Chimera. You could use 2 renegades. You just have to try and make one really quick. And so she goes first. Like you could let Geo go, Gnut go, and then the renegade goes. So she resets their skills. And then when they go, the second renegade goes right after them because she's much slower. So clearly she's going to go after the second round. Okay, so we have 23 minutes to reset on Friday. This is the 21st of July. And so we're going to go into force. And then when we go into force, okay, so here we are. Let's get right into it. So we're here on force. We have quite a little time to do this. It's the same team, literally the same team. So on force, you're going to notice that for these 2 teams, this is actually the best day for these 2 teams. And that is because Gnut has the advantage because Gnut is doing melee damage. Like Gnut is on positive, is literally not going to weak hit. Is clearly not going to weak hit because it's on a positive affinity, and Geo is on a neutral affinity. So Geo should have close to 99% chance of dropping those burns and not weak hitting or not missing out on the burns clearly. So this is going to be clearly the best affinity for my comp. Void would have it would have been nice having a Void burn champion, but I don't. I do, but I prefer Geo. Clearly, Geo is a monster. And then I want to use Gnut because I think it's a lot faster. As you can see, they're killing the boss under 2 minutes. Sometimes they're killing the boss under 1 minute. So that's 1 minute. That's 1 minute and 11. That's just RNG for you because this is actually the best affinity for my team. Best affinity by far. Kaimar is a negative affinity, but it does not matter because Kaimar is not really doing anything. It's just Kaimar just affects my team. It doesn't affect the boss. Like there's nothing he's doing to affect the boss. He's just doing things to affect my team, and so affinity does not matter for him. Affinity actually matters for Geo and for Gnut. Those are the champions that affinity is going to affect. And if you're trying to do like a quick run, you have to watch out for that and see what kind of champions that you're going to bring. So for this boss, you don't really need drop defense and weaken because the first hit is just going to be the only hit that gives you 100%. So they were able to do it in 44 seconds. They're able to do it again in 41 seconds. And that's it. That is it for force. We need to try out another affinity. And we have quite a little time today. We are a magic affinity. Again, the same team. Let's see how it goes. So this affinity is like kind of the worst because of the potential of Gnut to weak hit. If Gnut weak hits, you're not gonna get all that chunk, and then the battle is just gonna drag out. But clearly, Joe is never gonna miss because Joe has a strong affinity to spirit. To magic because he is force. He has a strong affinity to magic. And so where Gnut falls, the burns from Geo is gonna make up. It's gonna make up for it. So as you can see, they're already backwards. Normally they finish the fight sometimes within the 40-second mark, but as you can see, they're not even close. And it's already getting to 1 minute. I'll be shocked if they can pull this off in 1 minute and 20. And so the video aims to actually address this. This is where the video is really about. Okay, I just had to show the other affinities because I need people to see like the difference. Like someone's going to say, okay, what is the difference? Yeah, so this is what is happening. We're not able to finish the boss quickly, and the boss is able to turn the tide, especially against Gnut, who is a weak affinity. Geo is still standing because Geo is just strong affinity. So the boss is literally weak hitting against Geo, and that's why Geo is standing. But Mithrala again is able to come out strong and just finish the boss. They were able to do it in 1 minute 31 seconds. Geo is always going to get it. He's always going to do it. But Gnut has weak hit. The first one went, which is fine. I mean, that was fantastic because the first one is actually the normal hit. Okay, subsequent ones, as we showed, they're going to be decreased by 50%. And so for Gnut, getting the first hit off is actually fantastic. But then again, I mean, come on, it's literally going to be a ton of weak hits on this affinity. He is going to be like, wherever you put him, he is literally going to be getting a ton of weak hits whenever we have a magic affinity boss or champion on the other side. And so those things actually reduce your crit rate by 15. If you see some people actually like put their champions at 115 crit rate just to make up for this, like if you reduce it and then I'm just gonna be get at 100. Some people do this. I don't know, it might work. I don't know how the game you know, the game's kind of chain of command works. And so that's it. Today is Monday. Like straight away, we have gone into voids. Voids should be the best potentially because there is literally no kind of like weak hits here. There should be potentially no weak hits. It's kind of like neutral affinity. There's no strength or weakness in this one. It's literally neutral. So you can see there is no weak hits for Gnut, and so things should speed up real well, real fast. So these videos have been recorded a long time ago, but I have had trouble actually. Like each time I try to save, it saves on top and it doesn't bring it out. And so I was actually lucky that I tried again and I decided not to save. Like you click save and then you don't accept to save. Like it's like a 2-layer kind of thing. And then I finally got it. Like it was a pain. It was a pain knowing that I had all this, you know, footage and I couldn't like complete it, and just because I missed out on something. Sorry, I missed out on how I saved, or I missed out on how to retrieve it. I like couldn't retrieve it. So this comp works. This comp works 100%. As you can see, they never fail. If they try to fail, Mithrala gets it done. She has the bolster set on her, and so she heals. And that I think is the best Mithrala build, because Mithrala does not heal naturally. And so I think the best Mithrala build is enabling her to heal by 10% each time she moves. And so if the boss tries to do, you know, hit her very hard, she's going to heal as she moves. And then she's high ascended. I know not everyone is going to have a high ascendancy, but everyone has Mithrala with high accuracy. And so once you have enough accuracy to debuff the boss, you have a chance of dropping a smite debuff on him, which I think is the best blessing for whoever you want to use in that spot. Either that or you use a Soul Reaper. Either that or use a Soul Reaper, but I still think that Smite will be the best. So that's fight 3. That is fight 4, 1 minute. That is fight 5. At 49 seconds. You see how the RNG is, but... And that is fight 6. They are almost done. He's almost destroying them. And we just went past the 1 minute mark. So as you can see, this will be a real test of what I'm saying. Okay, so you see what is happening there. She's able to drop. She didn't put it this time around. She should be able to put it next time. She has not put it. She put poisons. That's it now. If he does any big hit, she's gonna die. He's gonna die. So that's it. So this is why I said if you put her in bolster set, it works. She's gonna kill everyone. It works for me all the time, like all the time. The run never fails because of Mithrala. So let's have a look at the champions real quick. I'm so happy that this thing came out for me because all those footage would have just been lost. I saved the project. I saved the project and then I couldn't like retrieve it. So there's your Kaimar. He's a little bit quick. He has enough accuracy, but you don't need accuracy, okay? Like if you're building Kaimar for this thing, he doesn't need accuracy. Renegade doesn't either. She just needs to be tanky enough. If you have 2 Renegades in shield bolster, it's going to work. Same Renegade from the Phantom Shogun's Grove video I put out earlier. And then that's your Geo. From 250 is okay. 490 speed, 490 accuracy, 480 accuracy is okay. And that's your Mithrala. With that, you know, aura from Mithrala, he goes over at 500, which is fair enough, even up to 550. And then there is your Gnut, the same Gnut from the Gnut series. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next one.